All right, so one of the things that we covered today in class was just working on Kimura submissions. And we looked into different types of Kimura. One of the Kimuras that we looked at is from the side control. So if I have my opponent, obviously the arm is not going to be hanging out there. Someone who's defending, pressure from the top from me will probably have their arms like that. So ideally, of course, I want to try to separate the arm away from the body, and then I can start working on Kimura. But we talked about the scenario where the person is essentially controlling their, protecting their, the space in between us. And so basically I need to first get out the arm out of this position. And we were talking about different types of grips. One of the grips that is easier to get it out from this one is not on top, but from the bottom. So I'm gonna lift it out. And then from here, we worked on getting the arm to the ground. And then the second arm is gonna go underneath that and grab on top of my wrist. And so from here, we're still controlling, we are diagonally now towards the person, and then we're controlling the Kimura, and then this goes over the head, and then essentially we're gonna go for a Kimura submission. So this is the main one that we worked with. So once again, if we're here, I'm trying to get the arm down, and then I'm gonna slide my second arm, grab my wrist, and then I'm gonna go for a Kimura lock. In this position, I'm gonna go and lift up my leg over the head and basically apply this pressure. We also talked about Kimura from a more dominant position when you're controlling the person's head. And then essentially here, they're trying to defend. And so they were trying to hold the Kimura as well. And so we're trying to separate, lift it up, and then going towards the back. So that's the submission that we worked on as well, that we looked at briefly. And then if we're talking about scenario when your opponent is very strong, and so they're really trying to control this grip here, I can't really separate the arm in order to put this arm behind. So for Kimura, which is a shoulder lock, I'm trying to separate it and put it behind the person. So in this case, what I was showing, what we looked about is I can't really separate the arm. So what I'm trying to do is essentially gonna go and put my foot on top of it, and this way I'm able to separate and break, have a braking mechanic going this way. So we talked about this Kimuras, then we talked about some of the Kimuras coming mostly from the bottom, and the one that I like a lot and I use it a lot, essentially coming from a half guard. So looked into the same idea. I'm grabbing the arm, this goes on top, and then we're putting it behind the person's back. So those are the ideas that we discussed related to Kimura.